If you're over 60, every move you make, every step you take or don't take, can directly impact your heart. What if I told you that certain popular exercises, the very ones you thought were keeping you strong, might actually be silently damaging your heart every single day? I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to protect you. As a heart doctor, I've seen too many seniors walk into my clinic feeling perfectly fine, only to discover elevated blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, or signs of heart strain they never expected. And in many of those cases, it wasn't poor diet or lack of movement that caused the issue. It was the wrong type of movement, exercises that were too intense, too sudden, or simply too much for a heart that's aging and needs a different kind of care. And most seniors don't even realize they're making this mistake. In this video, I'm begging for you to stop 5 specific types of exercise that could be weakening your heart, not strengthening it. But don't worry, I'll also show you what to do instead. Keep watching, because your heart deserves better. And habit number 1 might be the very thing you're doing today. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, and overexertion. A silent threat to the aging heart. After 60, your heart is no longer the same heart that carried you through youth. It's more fragile, more vulnerable, and far less forgiving of extremes. That's why high-intensity interval training, those short bursts of intense exertion followed by brief rest periods, can be one of the most dangerous exercises for older adults. As a heart doctor, I've watched too many seniors take on these trendy workouts, thinking they're doing the right thing, believing that sweating more means living longer. But the truth is, these types of workouts place sudden, immense pressure on a heart that may already be battling hypertension, arrhythmias, or hardened arteries. When you push yourself into rapid, breathless states, your heart is forced to pump harder and faster than it safely can. For many seniors, this doesn't build strength, it builds risk. Even worse, the damage isn't always immediate. The heart strains quietly. Blood pressure spikes subtly. Electrical rhythms become unstable. You may feel a little lightheaded or a bit more tired. Brushing it off is aging, but inside, your heart is waving a red flag that too often gets ignored until it's too late. What's most heartbreaking is that many seniors do these workouts because they want to stay independent, live longer, or keep up with younger peers. But the cost of doing these workouts is so high that it's hard to believe that they're pushing beyond your body's limit.
Every night you go to bed without eating the right food, your muscles are vanishing, slowly, silently, while you sleep. After age 60, your body can lose up to 8% of muscle every decade. But here's the shocking part. Much of that loss doesn't happen during the day. It happens overnight. And unless you take action, it doesn't stop. But there is good news. One small change to your bedtime routine can stop muscle loss in its tracks. Yes, and even reverse it. Science now shows that the right foods eaten before bed can trigger overnight muscle repair, reduce soreness, and help you wake up stronger, not weaker. So if you're over 60 and you're serious about staying strong, independent, and full of energy, this episode of Senior Fit is for you. Welcome to Senior Fit, where we bring you simple, science-backed ways to stay strong, age better, and live more actively after 60. In today's episode, we're diving into something that affects millions of older adults, but often goes unnoticed: nighttime muscle loss. You see, your muscles aren't just disappearing because of age. They're vanishing while you sleep, especially if you go to bed without the right fuel. Why does this happen? because at night, your body enters a fasting state. No food for hours. If there's no protein coming in, your body has to break down its own muscle to get the nutrients it needs to survive. Catabolism. And it hits older adults much harder than younger ones. Here's why. After 60, your body becomes less efficient at using the protein you eat. This is called anabolic resistance. That means, even if you eat enough protein during the day, your muscles might not be getting what they need at night when recovery should be happening. But don't worry, there's a fix. Certain foods eaten 30 to 60 minutes before bed can dramatically reduce this overnight muscle breakdown. Some of them even trigger new muscle growth, all while you sleep. And today, we're going to reveal the 8 most powerful bedtime foods to protect your muscles, ranked from number 8 to number 1. Each one is backed by science. And the number 1 food, a recent study showed, it increased overnight muscle protein synthesis by 22%, even without exercise. So grab a notebook. You're about to discover how to fuel your body for strength while you sleep. Let's get started with food. Number 8, 1. That's easy to find, affordable, and surprisingly effective food. Number 8, cottage cheese, an old school food. That's quietly become one of the most effective tools for preserving muscle overnight. Now I know what you might be thinking. Cottage cheese, really? Yes, really. And here's why. Cottage cheese is packed with a special kind of protein called casein. Casein digests very slowly. Whey protein, which floods your system quickly and disappears just as fast. Casein releases amino acids steadily over 6 to 8 hours. That makes it the perfect nighttime fuel. Think of it like this. If whey protein is like a firecracker, casein is a candle. It burns slow and steady, exactly what your muscles need during the long fasting hours of sleep. A study from the British Journal of Nutrition gave adults over 60 a small serving of casein before bed. The result, a 31% increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to those who ate nothing. That means the group that ate cottage cheese didn't just hold on to their muscle. They actually built more of it all while they slept. That's huge, especially for older adults doing resistance training or simply trying to maintain their strength and balance. So how much should you eat? Start with half a cup, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Choose plain low-fat cottage cheese if you're watching calories. If you find the taste too bland, you can mix in a few slices of banana, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a touch of honey, and keep it light to avoid excess sugar. The natural sugars in fruit won't disrupt your sleep, and bananas contain potassium, which helps muscles relax. You can even add a spoonful of chia seeds for extra fiber and omega-3s. Here's another plus. Cottage cheese is a natural source of DFN, an amino acid that promotes sleep. So it's not just helping your muscles, it's also helping your brain wind down for the night. And it's incredibly easy to digest, even for those with sensitive stomachs. Many seniors who have trouble sleeping or wake up feeling stiff and sore have found this one food makes a huge difference. So there you have it. Cottage cheese, affordable, easy to prepare, backed by science, and powerful enough to protect your muscles through the night. If you've been waking up weaker or noticing a slow loss of strength, this might be the quiet little fix your body's been waiting for. Now let's move on to food number 7. Another classic you might already have in your kitchen, but with a hidden muscle-saving secret. Coming in at number 7, hard-boiled eggs. One of the most compact, nutrient-dense, and muscle-protecting foods you can eat before bed. They may be small, but don't underestimate their power. around 6 grams of high-quality complete protein. That means it has all the essential amino acids your body needs to preserve lean muscle in just the right ratios. But what makes eggs especially valuable for people over 60 is leucine, a powerful amino acid that acts like a switch to turn on muscle growth. As we age, our body becomes less responsive to protein,